In the meantime, there's a war of words between the Texas governor and the mayor of Chicago.
So this is the governor from Texas. To continue providing much-needed relief to our small overlooked border towns, Chicago will join fellow sanctuary cities, Washington, D.C. and New York City, as an additional drop-off location. Mayor Lightfoot loves to tout the responsibility of our city to provide this legal status, and I look forward to seeing this response.
What is going on, my Patriots? How y'all guys doing? Welcome to another edition of, you guessed it, Joel Davis Media Network. I'm your host, Joel Davis. First time tuning in, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell up top. Please like and share. Please like and share. So let me do something here. Try to get this light off in my room right quick. I'm gonna cut these lights down. Now give me 1 second.
Sorry it took so long. That store's down.
Yes, sir.
To the store.
Alright, y'all, give me 1 second. I'm trying to get this brightness down so y'all can see my hat a little bit better.
Oh no, I also got some. I also got some McDonald's.
Tell them it's okay. Alright, I'm back, guys. Alright, give me 1 moment, guys. Let me get my light adjusted. Alright, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. I had to adjust the camera so I can get that light not to be as bright behind me. So, trying to adjust it now. Doing some brightness tests. So that way the light ain't so much as bright as it was. Alright, I think that's about as much as I can do. So y'all never mind the light behind me. So how is everybody doing? I hope everybody doing good. I hope everybody is having a great, yeah, I know, man, but it's not as bad. I hope everybody having a great holiday. Labor Day's coming up, and there's a lot of things that needs to be covered. And first things first, let's talk about the direction of the channel. Channel's doing quite well. I mean, it's picking up a lot of subscribers. In the past 36 hours, I've gained 252 subs. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the cheat code I figured out. All I know is I'm getting subs. I did some shorts, and the last short I did with Matt Walsh, shout out to his channel, I got 27,000 views. So maybe, I don't know, maybe YouTube's trying to let me grow. So we'll see what happens. I can't guarantee everything. But one thing I can guarantee everybody is that there is some spooky stuff going on right now in America. And we're going to go with the politics side tonight. I know we've been talking about the crime stuff. We will talk about some crime stuff later on. I'm going to be a double header tonight. And this is what we're going to cover within this hour. We're going to talk about Joe Biden and his creepy Hitler-looking ass speech. Okay. Then we're going to also discuss what's going on in Chicago. And thank you for that, Cat Slave. As well with the immigrants coming into the country. And we're just going to hit a lot of other political stories that's kind of been flying under the radar as we go along. All these stories are going to be courtesy of Breitbart and Fox News, as always, the two most conservative ones as well. Again, you guys know the routine. If you want your comments read immediately and expeditiously, you have to do a super chat, cash app me, or a donation in one of the link trees that you see in the link that is pinned up top of the chat. Now, if you do that, I will make sure that your stuff is read immediately. I also want to say that I was on Chaotic Truth panel. Great guy. Love his energy. I also was on the panel with Modern Renaissance. I'm going to try to continue to be on their panels first chance I get so we can set up something, because I really like those guys' energy and I like the atmosphere over there. Everybody wants to talk and everybody wants to talk with common sense. And if you're not with the common sense talking point, they know how to raise the money to get you up out of there. So, without further ado, we're going to once again say thank you to all the new subscribers. If you're on here tonight for the first time, if you do not see a wrench by your name, have no fear. It's based upon how loyal you are coming into these chats and being proactive in the chat. You proactive in the chat, you may mess around and wake up with a wrench. So, without further ado, I'm going to quit being so long-winded on this. Let's jump in today's festivities. Y'all know what it is. My favorite part of the game. Yeah, we're taking that projector screen field trip. Let's get on over here. Put the screen up. Cat Slave, I'm going to try. All I can do is try, buddy. You know, we all busy people, but hey. If the fans want it, I'm down with it. Definitely down. So, we're going to go with KMBC News out of Kansas City. This is a news conference, news channel that got a little bit of clip of Biden calling out MAGA. Now, if you are new to the conservative movement, or you are liberal and you want to know what MAGA stands for, it stands for Making America Great Again. Now, I know a lot of you wokians think that MAGA is this racial undertone, but in reality, it's just a way of saying we're taking back America, we're putting nuclear families back in the homes, we're teaching our children respect and morals. You know, we're really trying to let our children have a normal life to make the decisions they need to make. But unfortunately, the forces that's out there are not with us going forth and doing just that. So I'm about to play a clip of some of the speech from Beijing Biden, and then we're gonna go from there. So I'm gonna pause and go from there.
My fellow Americans, please, if you have a seat, take it. I speak to you tonight from sacred ground in America, Independence Hall in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is where America made its Declaration of Independence to the world more than 2 centuries ago with an idea unique among nations, that in America, we're all created equal. This is where the United States Constitution was written and debated. This is where we set in motion the most extraordinary experiment of self-government the world has ever known. With 3 simple words: we the people, we the people. These 2 documents and the ideas they embody, equality and democracy, are the rock upon which this nation is built. They are how we became the greatest nation on earth. They are why, for more than 2 centuries, America has been a beacon to the world.
You know, we the people is a powerful phrase. Okay? We the people is basically saying that our votes count, our voices count, and our frustration also counts. But a lot of times, a lot of these so-called, I call them agenda creators, they don't take none of that into account at all. And we the people becomes more of a annoyance instead of a concern. And right now, we're in a situation where, as we the people are very concerned about the future of America. I mean, we have all this crime. We have people that don't want to work. We have homeless people almost in people's backyards. And then he did this in a theme that was so disturbing. Did y'all see that red thing? Didn't that make you feel like you was looking at Hitler, man, resurrect from the dead? I mean, who in the world thought that was a good idea to have this man do that? And what makes me so mad is I don't see none of the BLM and Antifa raising Cain about him wearing those colors.
But as I stand here tonight, equality and
a few more moments of
democracy
this, and I'm
are
gonna get
under
off so y'all don't
assault.
get sick of hearing
We
this
do
fool talk.
ourselves no favor to pretend otherwise. So tonight, I've come to this place where it all began to speak as plainly as I can to the nation about the threats we face, about the power we have in our own hands to meet these threats, and about the incredible future that lies in front of us if only we choose it. We must never forget, we the people are the true heirs of the American experiment that began more than 2 centuries ago. We the people have burning inside of each of us the flame of liberty that was lit here at Independence Hall. A flame that lit our way through abolition, the Civil War, suffrage, the Great Depression, world wars, civil rights. That sacred flame still burns. Now in our time, as we build an America that is more prosperous, free, and just. That is the work of my presidency, a mission I believe in with my whole soul. But first, we must be honest with each other and with ourselves. Too much of what's happening in our country today is not normal. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic. Now,
there is no unity in what this man's saying. Y'all remember when Joe was screaming unity? Joe was like, we gonna unify the American people. Everybody was gun ho. What? But this is where we at. It's crazy. Crazy world we live in. The president looks like a character of Hitler's relatives. It's crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah. Let me go to these. My man says Biden equal Hitler 2022. Anthony Anderson gave a claw on that. Cat Slave gave Anthony Anderson a thumbs up. Anthony Anderson said, I think he crossed the line last night. They want a civil war so they can look they are terrorists. We tried. I wouldn't doubt it. It's a shame, man. Yeah, I heard that too, Anthony. That's just some of the administration doing, man. They know that Trump is on his way there to victory, and there's nothing they can do about it. All right, so I'm gonna read some of this article about this speech anyway. In fact, let me see if I can play that part, what I want to play about him saying about Trump and his supporters.
very clear. Very clear up front. Against the rule of law. And we, the people, must say, this is not who we are. Ladies and gentlemen, we can't be pro-insurrectionist and pro-American. They're incompatible. We can't allow violence to be normalized in this country. It's wrong. We each have to reject political violence with.
Are you ready to launch your community? Meet Circle, the all-in-one community platform for creators and brands. With Circle, you get everything in one place. Lively discussions, all your community events.
All the moral clarity and conviction this nation can muster. Now, we can't let the integrity.
All right, so I was trying to find that clip, what he said about the MAGA supporters, but I'm just going to read what this joker said verbatim. Let's see what we got here. Trying to find this thing, y'all. This is what he said. He said, Donald Trump and MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundation of our republic, Biden declared. He said they are determined to take this country backwards. They promote authoritarian leaders and they fan the flames of political violence. All right, so I want y'all to hear what he said. Authoritarian. So let's talk about authoritarian. What they're saying while they consider us authoritarian, because we demand people that is in office that has been voted by whoever party that came out on top, whether it's our party or the Democratic Party or the Independent or Green Tea Party. We want to hold them to a higher standard. And a lot of them don't like that, because these politicians in America want you to feel like you have no voice. If you have a voice, you're supposed to do as they say, not as I do, which to me is being very hypocritical. Now, another thing breaking down in that speech that he said, he also says that we're extremists that threatens the very foundation of our republic. How? How are we extremists and how are we threatening your everyday public? We're not targeting you. We're not starting any trouble. So that's what all I'm saying. All right, let's see what else we got here. We're gonna move right along to our next story. Let's see what the next story is. Okay. Now we're going to talk about Biden's student loan scheme, which to me is very disrespectful. Biden wants to pay $10,000 of his student loan or all of it if it's under 10 grand. Oh man. That was funny. So let's talk about this scheme. It says a poll found that the most independents in New Hampshire opposed President Joe Biden's recent student loan scheme that he announced in August, which would give up to $20,000 for some borrowers. Now, I didn't know they increased it. I was told $10,000. Now it's $20,000. So which one is it? That's what I need to know. We got one saying he said 10 one time, now it's 20. To me, I think it's a slap in the face for people that have paid off their loan. I got unpaid student loans. I'm not going to say no if he decides to dish the money, but at the end of the day, we're still paying for it because it's going to the taxpayer's responsibility to pay for it in whatever state or whatever, it's going out of, state or federal. Our money still pays for that free $10,000 or $20,000. So don't think that this is just some kind of free gig. And you're right, Cat Slave. They do that to buy votes, and at the end of the day, all you doing is still paying on that loan. Give me one moment. Let me get something to drink. And what people don't understand is that you're not going to get see, this is where the Democrats mess up at. They always trying to buy people's loyalty. You cannot buy people's loyalty when it comes to politics. Not in this era. There is too much technology and stuff to research. And this is what the Dems don't even understand. the voters they always try to attract is they try to attract voters that are in these low impoverished environments, but they don't never look at the voter. They don't never, it's all good, baby. They don't never look at the voters they don't never listen to the vote, try to go for the voters that are in the suburban, middle class, or working class white tier. They never do. They always trying to go for the black and Latino. Most of your votes going to come from the other major population. I would try to focus more on that vote than anything. Chanel Zeke, I wouldn't doubt. Chanel Zeke, I wouldn't doubt it. And what happens is that everybody's falling for this. Let me get myself back on the main, and we'll go back to that channel. What happens is everybody falls for this. They will sit there, okay, and fall for this narrative. Oh, the impoverished communities. Oh, he gonna pay for our student loans. He gonna forgive up to this much, and he's gonna forgive the grant that I didn't use for this and that, and I got overpaid for. And everybody getting all excited. In reality, it's not being forgiven. It's getting added to the deficit. And guess who always got to be in control of trying to help out with lowering the deficit? We the people. It goes from the big corporation or the big rich person all the way down to the little guy. And guess who gets the most brunt end of it all is the little guy. Because when our taxes get raised, we ain't like the rich dude that's used to it, got some tax breaks here, tax breaks there. We have nothing like that. So at the end of the day, we are the one with the egg in our face. And they love it because they have swindled these people to believe that they are for you. That's why they give you this crazy fantasy announcement. We paying all your student loans. Up to $20,000. I just want to know, why can't the ones that done paid, that's working class and that is that's in the poverty line, why can't they get a refund? You're right. Sooner or later there will probably be something like that going on, Cat Slave, because people are going to be like, why should I pay taxes when my tax dollars are not being used appropriately? It's not being used to better the state or to better my city. It's being used to buy votes. All right, let's get back into this article here, man, so I could just dissect it just a little bit more. Let's go into the next camera. All right, we're going to dissect it a little more. All right. About New Hampshire. I'm not going to read the whole article. I'm just going to read parts of it. You want to read the article, you can go on Breitbart.com and they will have it. The poll released that 86% of Democrats support Biden's scheme to forgive student loans, while 8% said they oppose of it. Of the Democrats, 5% were neutral and 1% did not know or were unsure. Now, I want y'all to peep game on this. They said 5%. They said 8%, opposed of it. That 8% are probably moderate / blue dog Democrats. They already know that this is a waste of money and a waste of time. And they know that this is going to come back and bite the citizens in the ass. So they're like, I'm out on this. I can't support it. I can't jump up for joy knowing what's really going on here. And you can't blame them for that. really can't. Because you got so many people who are now going to probably go to college, get a loan, try to community college, get a loan that's like $7,000 or $8,000 or $9,000 or even probably 10 or 12 grand. Pay for the schooling or whatever, get most of the money back, and run off like a bandit. Why not? I'm telling you, man, you can't make this up. So that's all I got on that one. Going back to Breitbart. See what else we got going on here I want to talk about. Now, we also going to discuss, before we get back to some other issues that's going on in our country, we're going to go with why Biden walked back this speech. Now, last night, like I said, if you've been hiding under a rock, they had this theme where everything was red. You had 2 Marines there. It looked like some Hitler shit. It really did. It looked evil. It looked creepy. You got people on the internet talking about this is the return of the Antichrist and all that shit. But at the end of the day, he did that to try to create this whole he's the villain type of thing to get everybody all excited to go his way, and in the end he made a jackass out of himself, because now people are like, I don't want to deal with this. Like, this guy is off his meds. He really do need to be put in a home. I'm gonna get into some of these comments before I jump more into this. Cat Slade said they don't get a refund because they need the money for Nancy's walk in the park with her friends. Her new mansion too. Can't forget her ice cream too. Oh man, 1971 Hayes said government just waste our money anyway. No oversight. You true, it does. They do. Cat Slave said, why go to college now and when the degrees aren't worth getting anymore anyway? The student loans, all they are learning now is how to be woke. Yep. Ever since the government started subsidizing colleges, tuition skyrocketed. The government and colleges are to blame. Yeah, and they subsidized because it was quick money. It's coming from Uncle Sam. You know it's going to get paid. All right. Let's talk about him walking this thing back. Why he tries. He said, I don't consider any Trump supporter to be a threat. President Joe Biden tried Friday to walk back his dark political speech for the night before after receiving considerable backlash for trying to portray supporters of President Donald J. Trump radical extreme who threatened the United States. The president said to narrate his definition of exactly who he was talking about when he said Donald Trump and MAGA Republicans are a threat to the very soul of this country in his speech Thursday night at Independence Hall in Pennsylvania. I do think anyone who calls for the use of violence and fails to condemn violence when it's used, refuses to acknowledge an election has been won, insists upon changing the way in which the rule you count votes, he said. That is a threat to democracy and everything we stand for. Joe Biden, that just sound like you, didn't you? That don't sound nothing like Trump. That sound more like you, sir. That sounds more like you. That sounds like you to a T. Because here you are still lying, doing all kinds of stuff. Man. Sad, man. Real sad. Oh, man. Let's see where we at now. So we at the end of that article. Gonna try to get some more stuff taken care of. While I got y'all here, let's take a brief moment and show some love to my new page, my new merch page, okay? Everybody, if you a patriot like I'm a patriot, give me one moment, guys, before I start my spiel. My wife is asking me something. Hold on, guys. Alright, I'm back. So, guys, this is my new merch store. Alright. I hope y'all excited like I am. This is something that I have been dreaming of since I first started the YouTube game. Okay? This store here has everything that you want. All pro-American stuff. Okay? And it's not only just for men. It's for women as well and kids. I have mugs. I have stickers. I have apparel. I have the newest apparel that we're definitely trying to promote at the store right now is this guy right here. And I'll read this shirt to you. I think you would love it if you're conservative like I am. This is a termite. Termite attacks the structure from deep within the support beams. They destroy the inside, hollowing it out until it collapses under its own weight, like Democrats are doing to America. Not only that, not only can you get that shirt, you can get my Veteran Day tags, everything else. Now, right now, if you want to check out, okay, and get some of this hot merchandise, I have a code that I've shared on my community tab, a code that I will share right here. I'm going to get Roger to put it in there to the chat so people can see it all through the chat tonight. Put the code in, Termite22. You will get 20% off anything on my store from now until November the 1st. All you got to do is put the actual code and you select what you want, Termite22. Okay? Termite22. 20% off. Alright? I want to make sure that you guys get the best. Alright? I really do. Again, the Termite shirt is on fire. That's one of my best pieces. I will also have a Poison Media shirt sometime this weekend. So support the channel, guys. This is the only channel where you gonna get merch like this. Like, this is pro-American merch, man. This is real good stuff. I mean, some of my pieces might not be the best because I was starting out on some of them, but most of them are pretty decent, and I designed these myself. I didn't hire nobody to do it. I did this on my own. Okay? I even got the Clarence Thomas tees. That's been going pretty good as well. If you see right here, this tee right here is to the front and this tee to the back. So, yeah, man. Give your boy some love. Give your boy some love. All right. So, with that being said, we're going to proceed on to the next part of the show since we done promoted that. I am going to talk about Breitbart got something that is coming out that you guys need to look at. Breitbart has went up here and made a movie called My Son Hunter. Now, it was released, it was released as a private screening last week. And it should be available for purchase on the 21st. All right, on the 21st. I mean on the 7th. On the 7th, it should be available. Now, when I checked the price on it, it's $21. These are real. Breitbart made an actual movie about My Son Hunter. Real actors, one portraying as Biden and one portraying as his son. Okay. I mean, they really put some actors in there. They really got some real stand-up people to portray some of the secrets that some of the stuff on there is stuff that wasn't even reported on the news about Hunter's behavior and how he's out of control. So, if you want to take a look at that art and moving picture, then definitely check it out. Definitely check that movie out. Now, we're going to go to another situation that everybody is laughing about. Okay? Let's go to, you guessed it, my favorite mayor. Oh man, this is about to be funny. Y'all, please like and share. Please hit that like button. Hit that like button. The only place where you gonna get it lit, baby. I love when people want to hang out with your boy like this. Now, I'm going to play a clip of a Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot. In fact, I'm going to play two clips. You know what? We're going to do a 2-for-1. Let's do this. We're going to do a before and after. All right. 2019, right? Remember what she was saying? Let's hear what she said in 2019 about how Chicago was this city. Oh, yeah. In fact, let's talk about what she said about ICE. Let's do it. Let's go break this down. Hit the like button. You know I ain't making this up. You know I'm gonna keep it G. We had 10 viewers. See how many likes we are. Roger, if you in the building or one of my producers, how many likes we at? Alright. Cat Slave says she hit it. Let me see how many likes we at. We had 17 likes. Let's get that baby to 20 likes, man. Come on now. 20 likes. There is no excuse. We should be at 20 by now. Let's share the page. Let's share this so we can get some good information here. Trying to see if I can play this video. There's no video of her, so I'm probably have to go to her About to go a little bit further. Alright, I'm trying to find this video where she's bragging about. There you go. This might be it. This is They Won't Be Bullied. This is from Chicago. I'm finna play this clip. Tell me what y'all think. Let's get it. I'm finna mute right quick and we gonna get it for a minute. Break it down.
Marine. Carol.
Brandis, thank you. Elite Border Patrol agents are set to be deployed to sanctuary cities, including Chicago, to work with local ICE agents to arrest undocumented immigrants. The deployment, first reported by the New York Times, is said to start this month and run through May. Mayor Lori Lightfoot and immigrant advocates swiftly pushed back on the plan, but immigration enforcement officials say it's necessary to deal with the challenges that sanctuary city policies have created. Joining us with their takes are Ere Rendon. She is the vice president of the Immigration Advocacy and Defense Project at the nonprofit The Resurrection Project. And David Applegate, who is a partner at the firm of Williams, Montgomery & John, a member of the conservative and libertarian legal organization, the Federalist Society, and an advisor to the Heartland Institute. Welcome back, both of you.
Thank you, Carol.
To Chicago tonight. So, Ari, when you heard this news, your reaction?
You know, there's an immediate reaction of feeling nervous and fear. I myself am undocumented. I have DACA, and my whole family is undocumented. And then you also start to think about, we've done a great job at the city to make sure that we're prepared. We have a mayor who's a champion. We have organizations that have trained thousands of people on their rights. And so we're as prepared as we can be, and we'll continue to prepare. And so it went from fear to knowing that we're doing the right thing.
David, your reaction?
I think this is a bit of a tempest in a teapot, Carol. With all respect for the Resurrection Project and Chicago's immigrant community, what's happening here is simply the equivalent of if we had a rash of store thefts or shoplifting on Michigan Avenue.
So you heard some of that clip. Now some of the clip I have to, it's kind of delayed because I don't know, my Bluetooth is not working properly. But yeah, so y'all heard that. They were all for immigrants having a chance to be in Chicago. Everybody was on board with this.
Because sanctuary cities like Chicago refuse to cooperate with immigration and customs enforcement, they are then forced to send multiple agents out into the community to look for people who have already
Everybody was on board with this. Everybody was on board. In Chicago, you had Lori Lightfoot begging for other liberals to join together. Let's be the sanctuary city. Let's help these immigrants get a second chance at being complete.
Those who have already been through the legal process, have had their claims adjudicated, have been ordered deported, and then simply been released out.
Sorry about that, guys. But being complete, they really wanted this. That's what they said. Now, fast forward. This was in 2019. This all was made that they were ready. Fast forward now, 3 years later, we in 2022. A whole different tune now. Let's play that new clip.
Let me say it loud and clear to Greg Abbott and his enablers in Texas. With these continued political stunts, Governor Abbott has confirmed what unfortunately many of us had already known, that he is a man without any morals, humanity, or shame. Instead of treating these individuals with respect that they deserve, the due process that our laws require, Governor Abbott chose instead to inhumanely load them onto buses, send them on a more than 12-hour journey across a country that they don't know, and to drop them off without any regard for what the next.
I'm going on main camera, because I want y'all to hear something. She said that this was inhumane. He's busing these poor immigrants that cross our border to freedom with no dignity. Do you know the buses they're riding on are like touring buses? Main camera. I want y'all to hear something. Touring buses. Touring buses. You know, like old school folks used to get on. And I got even more about these buses. Guess what they got that not even school buses in America have right now? AC. They got AC. So they're in this touring type of bus with AC, comfy seats, bags to put their little bit of belongings up above them. But remember now, this is inhumane. They riding better than Greyhound. Exactly 1971, Hayes. Let's get in that comment section for a minute. Let's see what they're saying. Cat Slade said they all changed from 1 minute to minute when you exit out. Yeah, true. She also said they will also sometimes disappear people so you can't see them or they can't see you. Then they are suddenly brought back. Yeah. My man said 1971 Hayes said they crying. What happened? What happened? I tell you what happened. It wasn't what they thought it was going to be. See, it's easy to be an advocate for a situation that you ain't got to deal with. Can't believe it, man. They went from we love the immigrants to now the immigrants don't need to be here. I tell you, man, these liberals only want you when they want you. They only want it when it's about a month away from on midterms. Now, 30 days from now, they're going to be all for having buses come to them and drop them off. They're going to get mad if they don't get them buses. All right, let's continue to hear this horse shit this lady is spewing.
Next steps are. Folks, these are human beings, moms and dads, young children, elders, who deserve our respect and dignity. They're not cargo. They are not chattel. They're human beings, just like you and me. Governor Abbott's racist and xenophobic practices of expulsion have only amplified the challenges many of these migrants have experienced on their journey to find a safe place. The governor's actions are not just inhumane, they are unpatriotic. This cannot be who we are as Americans. We have to stand for a different and better set of principles. If we are going to be a leader in the world, on the international stage, but even here at home, we must reject these policies and practices and say, as Americans, we must do better. I also want to say shame on the bus companies, who frankly are just as complicit in being a part of this indignity. What we have and will continue to do is welcome them with open arms and refuse to turn our backs on them in a time when they need support the most.
Sorry about that, guys. I really thought that it was actually playing the video clip itself, but it wasn't. My mistake. That was the sound from it. But that just goes to show you how hypocritical they are. Now, they were so gun-ho about we need to have immigrants in these sanctuary cities. Sorry about that, guys. I really thought that it was actually playing the... And fast forward now, they're not ready for this. They're very upset. They don't like the fact of the matter that it takes work to be a sanctuary city. You just can't say I'm a sanctuary city and expect that, oh, well, I get a few immigrants here and there. No. You need to get some of this hurt that Greg Abbott's been dealing with for almost a year. And I'm glad he's doing it. He needs to get them all. All these liberal states need to feel the wrath of what it's like to have a busload of immigrants come in your city with no money, no nothing, and you got to take care of them. I want to see you go in action. Again, you can't make this shit up. You can't, man. You really can't. Shout out to Devon. I'm glad to see you, Devon. I ain't seen you in a minute. I have not. I'm glad. I hope all is well, man. Alright, let's go back on to Fox News here. Because I know there's some more stuff that we got to cover. We not finished yet. Like I said, there's a lot of political stuff that happened over the weekend. So we gotta break it down. Let's see here. Alright, let's see. We want to go on the politics side for a minute. Alright, we're going to talk about the well, my. I think y'all like this one. We'll talk to that in about a minute. About the BLM update. Let's go to I just went to it. I gotta find it, guys. Give me a minute. The story. I can't find the story. Hold on. Yeah, here it is. That's what I'm looking for. So, even though Biden is saying that the pro-Trumpers like ourselves, the MAGAs, the patriotic people are just evil, right? Because we want things to be done the right way and we want to preserve the, how much? Not longer, honey. We want to preserve the right of a clean-cut, traditional America. Thing about it is, nobody has talked about, except for Fox News, is that Dems have spent over $46 million to help pro-Trump candidates win primaries. Now let's talk about how that happened. What's going on with that? See, President Biden's divisive Thursday speech slamming MAGA Republicans was a sharp turn from the strategy being used by multiple arms of the Democratic Party to boost their very same Republicans by meddling in GOP primaries across the country. Now, despite Biden's recent rhetoric, multiple Democratic campaign groups have spent more than $46 million to boost candidates who support former President Donald Trump in several primary races, apparently aiming to force out more moderate Republicans and potentially make general election matchups from more favorable for Democrats. MAGA forces are determined to take this country backwards, Biden said during the speech, referencing Trump's Make America Great Again slogan. Backwards to an American where there is no right to choose, no right to privacy, no right to contraception, no right to marry who you love. All right, so let me break this down to you guys. Why they said about the MAGA force, about the Democrats supporting the MAGA components that's going in these primaries, because in their mind, a lot of the Democrats they got are extremists. So if you got a MAGA traditional guy like myself running in your town, whether it's black, white, whatever, you got a better shot. In their mind, the liberals is like, I got a better shot of winning that particular area, because they're going to be trained from the get-go. Don't talk, don't communicate with this guy, because he ain't going to help you. Now, let's see here. MAGA forces are determined to take this country. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. Donald Trump and MAGA Republicans representing extremism that threatens the very foundation of our republic, he later added. MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution. They do not believe in the rule of the law. They do not recognize the will of the people. They refuse to accept the results of a free election. That is not true. That is far from the truth. Listen, we accept things if it's right. We all know that this election was very much a hit or miss, but that's neither here or there. Just can't do it, man. Now, here's the thing that you got to look at too, and Trump is probably watching and sit back on the people he just picked. If the Democrats cannot win straight up against them, they will might try to throw them some money. You know what I mean? To get some things out on the Democratic side. You know, you scratch my back, I scratch yours type of deal. Whew. It's a lot, man.
Everything we stand for.
I'm about to wrap this up now and tell y'all my thoughts tonight on all these stories. Before that, I got one more. I'm sorry. My apologies. The last story for the night. Let's talk about what's going on with the update with the BLM. Now, you know I had to save the best for last. BLM, if you don't know who they are, now you've been under a rock, it's Black Lives Matter. Now, Black Lives Matter was the driving force of the Summer of Love in 2020, where people were maskless during the pandemic and was burning shit to the ground. I mean to the ground. But now you fast forward 2 years later, They got another problem to worry about. And it's not burning it to the ground, and it's showing the hell is not modeling in front of their loved ones. Man, we about to get into this.
Breaking tonight, a major financial scandal for the Black Lives Matter movement. Some of its leaders are being accused of stealing millions of dollars in donations. National correspondent William Ageness is in Los Angeles with details. Hello, William.
Well, Mike, this accusation that the BLM National Foundation has been misusing donor money is now out in the open, and it's not coming from the media, but prominent members within BLM who accuse the parent organization, the BLM Global Network Foundation, and board member Shalomaya Bowers of enriching himself on donations. So according to the lawsuit, this is a case of a rogue administrator, a middleman turned usurper who was hired to collect donations and account for expenditures of the BLM movement. However, after siphoning more than $10 million in fees from donors, Mr. Bowers decided he could not let go of his personal piggy bank. So it's about a year ago that Bowers and two others took control of BLM after the group failed to file financial reports and tried to conceal some expenses. Well, the lawsuit claims the new executive team, quote, began changing passwords of shared social media accounts, hired expensive high-powered lawyers and media consultants to bully and harass the organizers, fraudulently raise money from unsuspecting donors, and that Bowers made some $2 million in less than 8 months. So previously, BLM had called such accusations, quote, right-wing misinformation. Well, this lawsuit, however, comes from black grassroots.
Now, y'all guys know good and damn well that this was going to happen. I mean, we felt it. I knew this was going to happen. We felt it. We talked about this. You cannot take millions of dollars. In fact, let's see. We're going to do a quick research here on my phone. How much money them fools took. $90 million. You cannot raise $90 million and turn around after raising $90 million, okay, and don't have nothing to show where this money has been transferred to. You can. And it's sad too. It really is, because none of the people that needed that money got to see it. None of the neighborhoods. There are people in their neighborhoods that stores they've owned for years, been in their family for generations, got burned down.
The founder claimed that to be white guilt money. BLM's response to this lawsuit on Thursday? Well, we face yet again another round of struggle for control of one organization.
Tell you, man, you can't make this up.
People who say they love black people.
Let's finish this out and I give y'all my thoughts.
Values, but whose actions are furthest from our principles. So, Mike, several state AGs are investigating BLM, and with this lawsuit, the public.
We got a new member. We got a new member, guys. Welcome to the Patriot team. Devon, I appreciate you being a member. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All it costs is $2 a month, the cheapest ever. So shout out to Devin for becoming a member. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Get off this internet thing now. And wrap this bad boy on up. So guys, let's say it like this, okay? Life is strange, right? It really is. Life is strange. And this is even from my own personal life lessons myself that I have failed to realize recently. There is no such thing as getting away with something and think that it's never going to come back and face you. When we look at the BLM situation, the guy that was supposed to be handling the money was taking the money. You had Patrice Cullors and them hands in the money. You had so many big wigs hands in the money that money has only been accounted for going to politicians and a few other stuff. None of the families that lost lives off of real police brutality saw it. And here's the thing. Thank you, Devon. I appreciate you thinking I'm cool, man. Here's the thing, man. Like, all of this foolery, we've lost so many lives because of it. David Dorn, dead. The young girl that got killed in Atlanta because her family was trying to move out the way when they was protesting Rayshard Brooks. Their daughter got killed. There's so many people that got hurt and killed over this BLM bullshit. That's why I don't respect it. I don't respect the movement, because to me the movement didn't exist. The only movement I respect when people move to try to make a difference without destroying lives at the same time. And it's sad, but hey, hopefully the attorney generals can get involved and find out what's going on. Getting back to us as patriots, guys, we should have known this was coming around the corner. It's midterms, and people don't like us because we speak truth and facts. We don't live in a fairy tale. You know, we're not like California right now, who, when you fill out a questionnaire anywhere in California, they said there is 12 genders, 12 sexuality preferences, sexual preferences, 12. I want you to listen to that, 12. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. But hey, this is what happens when you get this whole I want to get inclusive. I want to get someone that's not going to hurt my feelings and let me do what the hell I want to do. That is why, man, we got to step up to the plate. We got to stand fast. It's just like it said in the Bible. These things are showing us it's the end of days. Remember when Jesus said that, told Peter that when the Pharisees started questioning him if he was a disciple, he was going to deny him 3 times? Well, that's what we're facing right now. We're facing that same type of energy when it comes to President Donald J. Trump. Anytime someone asks you, are you a conservative or a MAGA supporter, people are scared to answer because they don't want to be deemed as racist. Or they don't want to deem as someone that's out of touch with what's going on in the world today. But at the end of the day, you are in touch because you got family values. You believe in the family unit. You believe in making a difference. And you believe that this is the damn best country in the world. Because there's no other country where you're going to eat as much as the hell you want to eat. This is the only country where you can be on food stamps as long as the hell you want to. This is the only country that you can be on Section 8 as long as the hell you want to. I mean, I'm just being real with you. Anyway, if y'all like this hour and 40 minutes of nothing but powerful speech, please like, share, subscribe. Jump in the comment section. Tell me what you think about the latest about BLM getting investigated. The speech with Bandit with Biden, aka Dark Brandon. Definitely discuss with me what you think about what is currently going on with the sanctuary cities getting all this influx of immigrants from Greg Abbott. And I definitely answer all my comments back, guys. If I like your comment, you get a like, you get love. I am active in my comments. So if you missed this broadcast and do that right now in the next 3 or 4 hours, you may be surprised what you will see from me. All right, guys. Please like, share, subscribe. Have a good evening. Stay safe this holiday. This Labor Day, excuse me. And whatever y'all do, all my people that follow me, that live around Blackistan or no sun men or sun women, if you start hearing a whole lot of people come over and a whole lot of arguing, get your ass out of there. Go to your house, lock your door. Make sure that you are safe because you know how it is out here when you got sun men and sun women on the weekend, especially if you in Chicago. Keep your ass in the house and lay the hell low, away from windows and all. And make sure you got your peace be still. Please like, share, subscribe. I'm fucking out.